How's it going, everybody? Taki here, back with another quest guide. This is a quest guide for the Curse of the Black Stone. There are a couple of required items that you can see on screen right now. The biggest thing that I would say is, if you have the Dungeoneering Cave, make sure you bring it because it'll give you quick access to a bunch of things. Although it's not recommended, doing ED1 through 3 and having them fully cleared will save you a ton of time, as this quest can definitely exceed 1 hour if you have not done any of those quests before. To start the quest, go to Damonheim and talk to Brill, and select option 3 when you get a chance, and then accept the quest. Finish through your chat, and then go get your Arc Journal if you don't have it. Teleport to Waco if you have the teleports. If you don't, go to Port Sarim, and then talk to the Quartermaster to travel to Waco. When you're here, you're supposed to talk to all of the merchants, but you can cut through this by talking to the bamboo merchant and then selecting option 1, and you should be able to progress through the quest. After you're done talking to him, go back to the Quartermaster and go to Whale's Maw. When you're in Whale's Maw, head to the northwestern part next to the boat and talk to the Sea Witch and select option 1 in the chat. After you're done talking to her, start clicking on the sand piles on the floor. When you get a set of options, select option 2, and then you'll go on to the next part of the quest. After this, you should find a turtle with an icon next to it. Click on this to get the note for the next part of the quest. After this, head back to the Quartermaster and teleport to Twilight. When you're here, head into the main area and talk to Sensei Seaworth, and then select option 1. After you're done, head back to the Quartermaster and go to Goshima. After you arrive, you're going to have to kill 12 Crassian warriors. I'm going to skip this part of the quest, so if you need to, pause the video now. After you kill 12 Crassians, you should be able to open the gate to Goshima. Then you're going to go talk to Madam, and then you're going to select option 1 when you get the chance. At this point, if you haven't done ED1, you're going to have to go do it now. If you have, you can click skip the dungeon. After this, spam through the chat, and then we're going to go head over to Varrock. Once you're in Varrock, you're going to head over to the museum, and then you're going to go down the stairs, and then into the doorway to talk to the dragon. When you get the set of options, select option 2. Then spam through the chat. When you get to Damonheim, head south to the fountain and investigate it. After you're done investigating this, go investigate the fireplace to the east to get a dragonstone that's cut. Then cut the dragonstone in your inventory in the shape of an eye and put both objects into the fountain. After this, you should be able to go to the tower that's directly west from your Ring of Kinship spawn and enter into a dungeon. When you arrive, head into the west room and talk to the NPC in the north corner. When you're done with this, you're going to need to make your way over to the Brimhaven dungeon, specifically to the Adamant Dragon dungeon. If you have the Dungeoneering Cape, you can use it now to teleport over to the Brimhaven dungeon. If you don't, you can do that now. Pause the video because I'm going to go on. When you arrive, make your way over to the Adamant Dragon dungeon, and when you get the set of options, select option 1. When you're down here, make your way over to the eastern room, and then you're going to select the Mithril Smelter to get an object. With the object in hand, make your way over to the western room and talk to the dragon, and select option 1, and then option 2. From here, make your way back over to the central room and investigate the pit. And when you get a set of options, select option 2. And then once you're done here, go investigate the dragon head next to the stairs and select option 1. Once you're done here, make your way back over to Damonheim and enter back into the dungeon again. When you arrive, finish the chat, go into the room in the center of this room that you're in, and then investigate the effigy on the shelf. Select option 2 when you get the options. Once you're done here, you're going to have to do a little bit of a puzzle. On screen now you can find the solution to this puzzle. Activate the statues in the order shown. Pause the screen because I'm going to go on to the next part of this quest. When you're done with the puzzle, head into the northern room and then click on the portal in the center of the room. When you arrive, you'll see a short cutscene. Go talk to the dragonkin in the center of this room, and after you're done with that, talk to the dragonkin near the entrance, and then head back to Damonheim and talk to Brill again. Pause the video now because I'm going to go on to the next part. When you get here, talk to Brill and select option 3. If you haven't done ED2, you need to do it now. Once you're done here, travel back to Goshima. When you get the option, select option 1 to get into a little bit of a cutscene. Pause the video now because I'm going to go on to the next part of the quest. When you're done here, use your Wicked Hood to teleport to the Wizard's Tower or use the Draenor Lodestone and then talk to Wizard Myrtle. After this, you should have 2 new items in your inventory. This next thing might have to be done after the next 2 steps, but if it isn't, you're going to have to talk to Wizard Myrtle again and then say, "Can you help me with that fish?" And she should exchange it for a different one. And the first thing you want to do is teleport over to the edge of the Lodestone and make your way over to the Ice Mountain. Once you're on the mountain, simply click on the vial to fill it. Once you're done with this, you're going to head over to Al Kharid, and then you're going to head east to the Abbey. When you get to the Abbey, click on the seaweed in your inventory to dry it. From here, make your way to the Eastern Dock in Damonheim. Drink your potion, and then talk to Hannibus. After you're done here, you're going to need to head over to Edgeville, then go to the KBD entrance, click on the artifact, and select the option to enter with Hannibus. When you're done with this, you're going to have to head back over to Varrock, go into the museum, down the stairs, and into the room to talk to the dragon. Once you're done here, use your Heart Teleport tablet, and when you get the set of options, select Teleport to Vindicta with Hannibus. Once you're done with the Vindicta cutscene, you're going to need to head back over to the Eastern Port and then talk to Gully, the quartermaster, go through his chat, and then you're going to have to head over to Waco. When you get to Waco, you're going to need to head over to the Moes, which should be on the eastern part of the island. When you're here, there should be a seagull on a bench. Talk to the seagull, and then you're going to get to the next part of the quest. Once you're done talking to the seagull, you're going to have to find 6 seagulls around the island. On screen now, you can see the locations of those seagulls in the circles. Some of these are located on top of barrels or in cages. Pause the video now because I'm going to go on to the next part. After you've found all 6 seagulls, go back to the starting location, talk to Count Ludwig, and then go back to Damonheim Port to talk to Gully, the quartermaster. After you talk to Gully, talk to Brill, and then talk to Bosun. Next, you're going to need to make your way over to the Taverley Dungeon. If you have the Dungeoneering Cape, you can use that now to teleport, or you can use the Lodestone and walk into the dungeon. You need to make your way over to where the Black Knights are and talk to the Lieutenant Crane. When you get to the set of options, select option 1, and then you're going to need to head over to Edgeville to the monastery, click on the suit of armor to take it off, and then walk over to the Black Knight Fortress. When you get inside the fortress, you're going to need to talk to the guard at the entrance. After you do that, you're going to need to go into the western room and interact with the armor. Once you're done talking to the armor, you're going to need to make your way up the staircase in the northwestern corner and talk to the slave that's against the wall. This is Tessa. Interact with her. Spam through your chat. After this, you're going to need to head back downstairs, interact with the suit of armor, then go back up to Tess and give it to her. When you talk to Tess, use the second option, which is use brute force, and then you should get a little bit of a cutscene after some dialogue. When you get the cutscene, I don't think it matters what option you pick. I selected lie to him. You're going to go past this point, and then you're going to be in the Taverley Dungeon again talking to Lieutenant Crane. You're going to talk to him, and then you're going to head back over to Damonheim, to the eastern part, and talk to Higgs. When you're done talking to her, you're going to need to head back to the Black Knight's Fortress, go up the staircase to the second floor, and talk to the commander. After the cutscene is over, talk to Lieutenant Crane, and then head back over to Damonheim and talk to Brill at the war table. At this point, you're going to have to complete ED3 if you haven't already. If you have, that's going to be the end of the quest. Once you're done with this dialogue and cutscene, you should be awarded with 3 huge lamps. Thanks for watching. That's the end of this one. If you liked the video, consider dropping a like below and subscribing to the channel if you aren't already. Feel free to take a look at one of the videos on screen now, and until next time, Taki out.